Hey everybody, this is Rydo and we're back to Hat in Time. So we're basically getting directed to this alpine skyline area. Now we know that there's a finale, we know that there's the birdhouse, we know that there's the lava cake, so there has to be the windmill is our main focus. And then maybe after doing the finale, or maybe in a future chapter, we will get some ability that lets us jump a little bit higher, because we're still kind of running into that problem. It's like, I need a triple jump or something that there clearly are things that are higher than it seems like I can jump. And I know that there's some level of like AA-A, and then you can get a little bit higher, or you could go A-A, but then you don't get a second jump. And that's been the problem with that time anomaly in particular, is that we've just not had any real success in figuring out the right direction or where to go as far as all of that. Meanwhile, the cheat section to cheat at the race. So we want up, and this is a split path that I don't think I have split yet. Let's go this way, because I think this is the thing we unlocked earlier. And I don't think you can kind of avoid this. Alright, so now we're in the Windy Passage, which does look like it is a thing to collect. And that would take us over here. Have I maybe not been over here? I think there might be an achievement for holding on to a windmill and going a full 360 around here. So let's do that, even though we know at this point the achievements are, well, that didn't even work. These plants seem to be trying to tell some kind of story in the way that they affect people, or affect these big characters. Let's see.
Just see it.
Alright, let's go this way and see if this is an area I haven't done. It's hard to tell. Well, it does indicate that there is a horn over here.
Take care, kid. I went up ahead and scratched slightly.
Was scratched slightly by maybe a cat. We're gonna get some invisible cat characters. Let's see, does the Dweller mask actually show these cat characters? Or are they hidden even from that? Yeah. This must have been the thing I missed before, is what I'm guessing. So no. The answer to the question as far as does the Dweller mask actually show you the invisible cats is a straight up no. Feels like maybe a speedrunner could jump around here, get up on this, and then go for something like that, but that seems a little too dangerous. So instead we'll do the slightly less dangerous ability. These guys are gonna attack me, hurt me, and steal my hat all in one move. Which I don't appreciate that. Doesn't look like there's anything down that direction. And it doesn't really look like there's anything on the roofs. Alright, that fixed it. That was the thing we needed. We've cleared Curly Tail Horn Trail. Which the game is somewhat generous for telling us that. Let's jump down here. Is there another way up? Because it does feel like there's some kind of secret up here. I like that this has ledge grab. I mean, I really wouldn't ever complain if any game had ledge grabs in it. But there is still some very awkward movement that goes on in this game. There we go. I don't feel like I'm supposed to be able to get up here. And I kind of question, because even the camera here is not really cooperating with this. Yeah, there's nothing more to do here. So maybe there is some weird achievement or something, but I can't even jump up unless I'm way on this ledge. So there's just a huge amount of a hitbox around it. Which I'm probably just falling to my death. So that would be incredibly frustrating if it turned out there was something way up there, but I don't think there was. Yeah. Yeah, there was a little bit further I guess I could have gone. But, yeah. It's just stuff for no reason. Let's see. And then we've got life things dangerously placed.
I think this one leads to a horn. You can just see it.
Switch back to our ice hat. Flip over here. So is this the right direction? Or did I open up some other path. Well, this would have been pointing at that horn, which implies to me that this is the right direction, and we've just never been this far before. We need to figure out if these plants really are going to do something, or if they're just, for some insane reason, telling a very bad story that's not going anywhere. Like, it may be that in the finale, all the goats get affected by these plants and become very aggressive. Like, so far so good. This doesn't look... Alright, that sucked. So... You're having to hit A to get high enough to use the attack again. And we'll talk to this guy. And he's still really just only selling those 2 final badges. And I kind of suspect that's how that's going to go for the rest of the game. This very possibly is a area that we reset in. Let's see. Got some collectibles. This might be a shortcut path. So only this door is open. So there's a ton of collectibles I can see. Just starting. And the fact that we're still collecting threads does imply that there's some other hat. And in a game like this, you would want the final ability to be some kind of groundbreaking ability, something that people wouldn't really expect. Like the Metal Mario hats in Mario 64 was not something that had ever been seen before at that point. The flying red hat was pretty predictable because Mario Bros. 3 had a similar Tunic suit feature. So I would say in Mario 64's case it was about 50-50 surprise and 50-50 expected. A lot of clockworks, so this is very reminiscent of, is it called TikTok Tower? Oh, this is a nightmare scenario though. So it wants me to jump downward and then jump up after that point. So do this and then do that effectively. But I may have missed something over there. So let's take the checkpoint and hope that we can use that to our best of our advantage. I missed one. Let's see. And because of that, I missed the treasure. can I even work my way back around? No, I don't think I can. Alright, sweet. At the very least, the game threw me a bone there. So we did open the shortcut section. That being said, I don't know if you can actually... Yeah, you can't do it. So this area has to be now reset, and I have to come back here at some other point. And that really doesn't make any sense. That's not like kid friendly by any means. Your first mistake in a game where you're almost certainly going to make mistakes. These guys clip through you, but will push you a little bit. I would have moved it so it didn't quite line up that way. And then we're going this way, I guess. It looks right, but there might have been something over there in the trees. Of course, you fall down here, you'd have to do a bit of a reset and go back. Yep, this feels like a direct ripoff of the clock level, with some things missing. Of course, doesn't seem like there's a real way to freeze time permanently, but we do have the time stop hat, which takes that concept that was only available in that one level and instead makes it a concept that is available throughout the entirety of the game. Can I get up to where I need to go, or am I doomed? I feel like I might be stuck in an area. Let's see. Can we finagle a way through? And notice I see up here is another collectible, and that doesn't seem like that's the thing it's getting pointed at. Alright. These spinning platforms don't seem to be fully affected by time stopping either, which that sucks. Although it feels like I could probably just jump to the edge there and not even bother going straight this way. Do I need to work my way? Do I need to work my way that direction? I don't think I do. Unless there's just something secret over here. Like, you almost assume... I would almost assume that there is going to be a sticker there at some point. Or something to justify making that extra trip. And I guess there could just be stickers everywhere. Like, nothing really stops the DLC and the extra stuff from just going forward and giving more secrets. This doesn't seem like there's anything here. Yeah, it feels like overkill, honestly. It feels like these boxes that explode to give you currency should either be way easier to destroy and not have to. They're trying to justify, it feels like, the need for the brewing hat to exist, because it's clearly the least used thing. So, over there is a collectible. Over here is where the story goes forward. So we need... Interesting, you can see her heart. I don't know how you make that jump. Like, in all seriousness, I guess you just do it. There's definitely a lack of confidence that I have in this. Like, I totally should be confident in the jumps I can make and the jumps I can't make. And that's not happening at all. Oh, those are some kind of sandbags. I thought they were bells. Okay. How much more of this is there, I wonder? Well, that landed me right on the edge, which I need to make some adjustments and either avoid this guy from attacking me or kill him. I'm not sure if I'm supposed to be jumping on the rope or what. Get here and let's go over here. That looks like something. I kind of wonder about maybe the co-op stuff a little bit in this too. Like, could I have done the race if I had simply turned on co-op gameplay? This is gonna be a nightmare. Yeah, that was quite a challenge. And no checkpoint for doing that. Instead, I think they want me to do that. Well, good news is they reset me. And that worked the second time when I didn't slow down time, so maybe I made it more difficult on myself. This has got to be a checkpoint, right? Yeah. I'll just attack wildly at the birds. Honestly, each of the challenges in this level could have been a boss battle if they were in a situation where they didn't want to do boss battles that we ended up having, that would have kind of worked. Just climb to the top of a tower. I could also see how if each one of these was the explicitly long climbing challenge for every chapter, there might be some better arguments there to not feel like they are just dogpiling the same thing over and over again, because this feels like a little bit of dogpiling, a little bit of just do the same thing over and over again. And if somebody really was bad at the platforming in a 3D platformer like this, which definitely has a lot of other elements that aren't 3D platforming, this entire level would be the level that you would skip, and I don't think anybody would feel particularly good if they had skipped an entire chapter because it was super difficult. In the same way that chapter 2 was clearly the stealth chapter, that even though it really only had one major stealth mission, if somebody had skipped Act 1 of Chapter 2 and not gotten any further, they wouldn't be happy. There. I didn't know enemies could drop health. Interesting. Shoot. This guy's gonna explode and hurt me, but my main concern was that him exploding and knocking me off a ledge. We haven't had to deal with the exploding eggs in a while. Alright. No health up there. The way this works is not great, because you'd have to be right on the exact plane of these enemies. Maybe these are the enemies that give you health. Oh, they do seem to be the enemies that give you health. Okay. Alright. And is this another one of these double jumps to jump backwards? Let's go over here and check this out. See if there might be a bit of a shortcut here. Still feels like we should be able to jump down chimneys. Okay. So this balloon here makes me think that the general idea would have been, oh, I don't even know where I am now. Maybe you could have cheated it a little bit, but we'll try it the legitimate way this time. Right. Yeah, because that balloon is up there, and there is a collectible up there. So I kind of have to do this. Second time's a charm, as it tends to be. Although, in all fairness, maybe it doesn't really matter to to collect all of these rift tokens. Since they really are just giving you cosmetics, if anything, there's a decent argument to be made here that am I supposed to make that jump? Let's go ahead. Well, first of all, look and see where this is pointing as far as the next collectible. It's way over there. So we can kind of take that off and use the umbrella. And then can I make a fairly safe jump in that direction? Yes. And we got a checkpoint for it. And I guess we'll just keep the umbrella for the moment. There's kind of no reason not to take that and hold on to it. Oh, seriously. That guy did 2 damage to me because I took damage from the fall and I took damage. So I don't think you can avoid it. I think you have to jump and hit X. I don't think the blast cannon. It kind of makes the blast cannon not as useful as it probably should be. And if I die here, does it reset to the checkpoint or does it reset to something else? That's a fair question to ask. Because if we had to go back to, say, if we have to go like really far back, that's not gonna be fun. Alright. So I'm just gonna stand here and let it go full circle. And that'll give me 1 health back. And what did he say? Wine. Okay. That's a little odd that you would introduce some alcohol reference and family unfriendliness to a game that, if it weren't so difficult in some places, would easily be sellable as a kid's game. And I still kind of feel like this is a 14, 15-year-old kid's game. I think they'd be fine playing this, but yeah, if you were trying to have a 10-year-old play this, they'd probably lose focus pretty quickly. They would not be interested in the grinding cruelty of some of these levels. Last chance. Probably. It really is just getting worse because like you're getting set further and further back every time you make a mistake as you make more progress. And I was trying to do the trick. I guess the trick here is you've got to just kind of wait a little bit longer. Alright. Are there any more health upgrades we can get? No. So we get another checkpoint. It's redundant to say it, but this is too long. Like, you don't need the level to be this incredibly grueling and difficult. You could have taken half of these concepts and had 2 separate, smaller towers or any number or collection of other ideas. So do I want, like, I'm stuck in a camera angle here. So they've really locked this down. I don't think we have a choice here. I think we have to do that. Yeah. And the timepiece is up there, which means we've got to get on the inside of these platforms and then get up here. This is crazy. Let me just put this and make sure it's still pointing in the right direction. We made it, but boy was this difficult. Maybe by turning down the windmill, maybe there'll be less wind in this level. Maybe that would do something. Otherwise, it doesn't look like there's anything here. 31 of 40, which there's at least one more in the finale, which would get us 32 of 40. And we may have to start doing the Nan cat things. Yeah. This story still doesn't really make sense. We're seeing these, and they're flying into the characters, and like I don't even know what the best thing I think to do would be to save and return to the hub, go and look at the load screen and see if the load screen can give me any general idea about what I'm supposed to do. My estimation would be ring the bell. Would be the other challenge. Right, that unlocked a new time rift, which some of the time rifts seem like they unlock and some of them seem like they don't. And that's way over there somewhere near the bell. This chapter probably only has 4 or 5 missions in it, which is a little bit short compared to the 7, 8, maybe even 9 we've been seeing in the previous chapters. But that certainly would be the direction I would say the entire game should have gone. It overall just kind of feels like the production manager, the person pulling the strings and saying this is how things should be done, didn't have enough experience. Alright, I'll buy this badge. We might as well buy it. I'll never use it, even though there's an achievement around it. Maybe he'll give me something. Maybe he'll give me something special for buying all the badges. Alright, we want to go to the bell. And if we want to get the collectible, we would be going towards the lava.
Twilight Bell is this way.
Here it is. Maybe there is something in the name, the Twilight Bell. Maybe that opens up some possibility. Right, Dweller Mask And then I'm going to faster Hatter badge. And then fall to my death immediately. And I didn't move fast enough there.
The Twilight Bell is just ahead.
Alright, maybe this isn't super difficult. Or maybe it is. It would be so nice if we could just have this be permanently on.
Just ahead.
And it would be very annoying if it turns out that I've already been up here. I think, if I recall correctly, we kind of have been up here, and I gave up because it didn't strike me as something I could actually do. I could have been wrong there, and I'm hoping I was wrong there, I guess. Alright. Yeah, this is where we were, and we couldn't figure it out. Seriously? Seriously, game? No checkpoint at all? It's simply a matter of...
Twilight Bell is just ahead.
So is this supposed to be super easy? Oh, I have an idea. Come to think of it. Why not make a special effort to slow down time while ringing the bell? Wouldn't that buy me some more maneuverability? So what if I was to do this and then not fall to my death, but and that means I would have to swap hats. Oh, come on. Is there another shortcut? Is there some kind of cheat here?
The Twilight Bell is just ahead.
Like, I'm gonna get really, really good at doing this one portion of the level for no good reason. Alright. So how do we want to do this? And then swing to this, and then come back this way. It does give you a pretty long amount of time if you slow down time. So you do have a possibility there. Alright. Somewhat. Still feels like a nightmare scenario though. If anything, it feels like what I've done is bought myself a lot of time. Alright. so that gets me up to this point, and then maybe this gets me up to this point. Like, I am running out of space here, and that means nope. This is an insane time trial, is what this is. Just being hidden as something else. And then you can't go back to the dweller mask. It just is gonna move everything around. So I very well may just get to a point here where I'm gonna have to try some of the other levels and just kind of ignore this level, and then maybe just move forward to the end of the game. I know I've been threatening that a lot, but I kind of feel like this is one of those things that'll just take a lot of attempts, and when I get it right, I will get it right. But if I don't get it right, I won't get it right. So I think the general idea here is to jump and then dash, but I want to be very careful. I made it. Oh my goodness. So please tell me that this is a very easy checkpointed section that even if I die, doesn't matter. Like, it would be really, really crazy if there was even more challenge after this point. The Twilight Bell. Maybe I ring this and then everything in this world becomes dark. Maybe it brings me to this guy's.
Disregard my twitchy behavior.
So he's very much might be from the Twilight world.
Thing. If only I could reach it.
It's almost as if this almost is Twilight Princess reference. Yeah, it's a direct reference to Twilight Princess. Duh. Let's see what this does. Please don't be a boss fight. We're gonna go a little late today, I guess. Now, since this has opened up some different dimension. Alright, now we'll have to remember that we have the time ability enabled. Okay. And there's creepy sound effects, and we can see some glowing ox is in the background. This is in some kind of red zone. Interesting. So, in the red zone, can we not attack or do anything to these guys? Apparently not. So they're just gonna disrupt. I don't know how that's gonna work. I mean, we could enable this. We could stand here. And we can try and hit that. But we're really only gonna get one shot on that. Right. Dweller mask. Does not seem to do anything with that. That points that way. Time stop mask. Doesn't seem to do anything with that. The problem is getting higher up. I guess it's this platform over there. So go over here, and maybe jump on that. That's not high enough. Am I going the wrong direction? Like, everything seems like this was the obvious direction up until this point. These plants don't seem like they do anything, and that's where we started. So I guess maybe I can just get up there and I'm not realizing that. It's still very weird that the game doesn't really make sense half the time in the jumps. It still is awkwardly sometimes doable, sometimes not doable. And hitting water. I guess we're safe. Are we gonna walk through this doorway and magically teleport? Nope. We definitely aren't. Ah, but I can just walk through the doorway that way. Ooh, it's the actual you can't touch them creature. Okay. Over here is a key. Over there is the direction we need to go. Over there is the direction we need to go. Alright. Okay. Up there is fine. It seems like the water doesn't really affect you much. Now these guys are going to move in circles, so we just kind of need to avoid them. But there is a collectible down here, so what I'm gonna do is grab that. And hope that gets me back up to where I need to go. It did. Do we need this ability? I don't think we do. I think we would be better off with this ability, pointing to any collectibles, because this is clearly not an area you want to have to return to if you miss something. Let's see. Yeah, it seems like there is something in that general direction. There's a horn, so I bet we have to blow the horn. This looks a little dangerous, and it looks like there's a decent chance you'll just fall to your death. Alright, so let's do this and then do that. I'm getting very lucky, and it's only a matter of time until my luck falls apart. Now this time, a time stop hat might be the better move. Let's see. Nope, didn't really need that. We got the key. Okay, that's good. So, key down this way. It kind of looked like we were going to go over in that corner, but I would heavily suspect we're actually never going to do that and deal with any of these pushing oxes, because that would probably be a little unfair. Right, we need to make sure we have the dweller mask on, just in case. Although, there may have been a shortcut I could have taken right then. Yeah. There very well may have been a shortcut. Seems like this bell is a toggle bell, which none of the other bells have been toggle bells before. That's a little interesting, I suppose. Speaking of toggle, this is gonna be a nightmare. But maybe not too bad, because as long as I can turn off my own ability very quickly, then I have half of the platforms there were safe, but the other half were not. Let's hit this and see what happens. Is that a toggle or is that a permanent? No, it is a time toggle, so we'll use our slow down time ability as much as possible, because we have no idea. Ah, man. Where are we? So attempt number 2. Okay. Switch to the time stop hat. Ding. Freeze time. Run. 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 Ding. Freeze time again. Run. 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 Well, I made it. And that made a multicolor transport from one location to another. Let's see. How far do we really need to go with this? I don't think we need to actually go as far as it would seem, because we can just jump down here. And then that opens this door and gets us to a checkpoint. Wow. I didn't realize there was going to be a checkpoint in this. This is really crazy. Very different. Oh, so you just kind of slide past it, I guess. Feel like I've probably missed some collectibles. I'm not sure I really care anymore on that. If I miss them, I miss them. If I don't, I don't. Right, if I go down here, we're still safe. we can still come back from that point. Right. This guy, there's a key over here. But it bounces down too fast. So let's see what this does. Ah, so the combination worked. Interesting. That's an interesting way to do it. But I can't exit until I unding that bell. Right. Is there a reason to need it the way it is? Come on. I see. I see the trick here. We've got to fling ourselves to the other side, which means we have to hit this relatively fast. So we do this, we do this, we do this. We now switch to this. Wait for it to clear and fling. But that was just a time stop yarn. I'm not sure we needed that. And yeah, it is pointing towards some sort of collectible in that far distance. Okay. Let's go this way and see if we can use our dweller mask. There we go. Apparently that's all we needed to do. We'll grab some health just in case we need it. But if we saw a collectible... Yeah, it doesn't fully make sense. Like, we saw a collectible timepiece over there, so we're having to go over here to get it. I don't know what the green on these bars would have done. Make it easier or harder. And this feels like time stop stuff as much as possible. Oh man, that's not going to be easy by any means. I needed to get to a point where I could swing. Or maybe I screwed that up completely. Where am I now? They reset me over here for some reason. Alright. So some of these need to be hit. but maybe not all of these. Because I guess there's no timing on these. Is this one timed? No. Alright. So let's see. Where are we going? This general direction? Okay. There we go. We can just climb that ladder, which I don't know why the ladder is glowing green other than to just be thematically accurate. And it's still pointing me in a different direction as far as a collectible, so I've almost certainly missed that. It seems like that's pretty typical though, is that we are just going to always miss something. Yeah. I'd like to be able to see where it is. It's pointing way over there in that direction, as if there's like some special secret area. This game asks way too much to 100%. Alright, so is this a time? Nope. It's not a timer at all. So we've made it. And this should, in theory, where is it? Am I supposed to jump down? No, it's inside the box. That was a little tricky. So we cleared the Twilight Bell. Will we get any kind of cutscene that explains these plants anymore? Because it's just the same thing every time. You either see the purple plants or the white plants bloom, and then the pollen happens. And now we're in chapter 4, the illness has spread. So I think at least we kind of have an idea of as far as what we need to deal with. But we're not going to do that. So let's just save and return to the hub. And alright, the good news is that we probably in the next recording will beat the finale of chapter 4. Chapter 5 isn't unlocked, so we'll just have to do the DLC, I imagine, because we're just not going to have enough. So yeah, this final is the illness has spread, and they've locked you out of all the other options. Yeah, we have 32, so we would still need 3 more collectibles. 3 more time things to unlock this section, which I assume is chapter 5. And since we can't do that, then we're limited really to just doing chapter 7. Where's chapter 6? That's an interesting question, actually. Chapter 5 might be the attic. Chapter 6 might be the thing that is still locked. You know what? I think instead of dancing around it, we're gonna have to just take the risk that we might finish the game and get the equivalent of beating Mario 64 with just a minimal number of stars, and we'll just get that minimal ending, the bad ending effectively. And I imagine, considering how much content has been added onto this and how much they want you to play in online party and co-op, and how this Death Wish has 114 more challenges for you to do in this game, like the possibility is extremely low that I would, after beating the attic, particularly the first level in the attic, it's extremely low that the game would just lock me out of any more gameplay content. We could get one more remix or something, and we're still looking for where to put that relic. We haven't gotten a new color in a long time. And badge wise, there's one more badge that we can buy, and then there's room for one more badge otherwise. Not that there would be an easy way to depict 11 badges if you only made 11 badges. So that's something to think about. We're still on the same weapon, and sticker wise we've got a collection of them, but they don't seem to really matter in any way. We have 9 yarn balls, which, if it took 32, I believe, to unlock the last hat, if there is a final hat, which we can say there probably is, like, let's see, how would we do this? There's Dweller, and then the flare on the Dweller. Brewer, and then the flare on the Brewer. Ice, and then the flare on the Brewer. Spirit, Sprint, and the flare on the Sprint. So either there is another flare for the kid's hat, which is believable, and a flare for the time stop hat, and that's it. Or there is one more hat to collect. Otherwise, the yarn balls mean nothing, and the currency pretty much means nothing, too. So we're in that weird point where the only thing that really is valuable is collecting the last 8 or however more timepieces there are. But we still haven't seen clearly at least one chapter, if not 2. So I could see a lot of players, a lot of kids in particular, burning out on this game before they even see all the content. Whereas Mario 64, in comparison, it feels like it'd be pretty hard to not get at least to the basement section and have a whole another group of levels unlock. And I would argue Mario 64 is pretty bad about linearly locking progress, when I would have preferred it to have been much more open world, and you could have just gone anywhere and done anything while still breadcrumbing and signposting the right planned path. Because clearly if you tried to do some of the very later levels in Mario 64, you would not have the abilities or the skill to accomplish those goals. But what's happening here is not the right way to do it either, because you're grinding, spending at least 45 minutes to get every single timepiece, and what that means is you are spending potentially 4 to 6 hours doing each chapter in a row, because you named them chapters and because there is some small linear story being told. Anyways, that's going to be it for this recording. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment, and watch every second of my videos. If you want a friend to follow me on any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below in the description box. And if you want to support me further, there's a link to Patreon, or you can friend me on Steam and gift me a game off my wishlist. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.